Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Well, it almost sounded rehearsed. Thank you so much for coming out tonight to the second show of the South Baldwin Community Theatre 2020 Radio Theater Festival. We've got a great show ahead of you tonight, and I'm looking forward to getting it underway. First of all, I have to do a little bit of theater business. I have to point out to you where the exits are. There's one right there in case of emergency, one right here in case of emergency. Both of those, just keep going straight, you'll find doors out of the building. Behind you, there's another exit, and that one's useful if you just have to take a restroom break, or if you start having a little coughing fit or a sneezing fit. If you have the coronavirus, please use any one of those exits immediately. You're laughing. This is dangerous. Thank you for coming out once again. Now, we do encourage you to laugh. We encourage you to laugh out loud, to enjoy the performance. No flash photography. These people have faces for radio. Nothing but respect. All right. We ask that you recycle your programs on the way out if you are not keeping them. I have a question for you, and some of you who've been here for the earlier show may have heard this question before. How many of you are not from the state of Alabama? Quite a few. How many of you? Oh, very good, very good. Then I don't think I'm going to have to read the program to you. I will assume that you can. I'm from Alabama. I get to tell that joke. In that case, I assume you know all about the golden age of radio. I want to see if there are any in this audience who actually remember listening to programs like this when you were very young. There's still a few in here, so this is not the great distant past, but it does bring us a feeling of the nostalgia and the Americana of this great country and the great forms of entertainment that we have enjoyed for decades and decades. Without further ado, we take you back to the Bickersons.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We look in again on the Bickersons on a very special day. It begins, as most every other day begins, abruptly.
What's the matter? All right. Blanche!
I'm putting a ribbon in my hair.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I just thought I'd like to look nice this morning.
Why?
I knew you'd forget. You don't even know what day this
I do too. It's rent day.
It is not. Today happens to be our wedding anniversary.
Well, I knew it was a sad occasion of some kind.
What kind of remark is that? Is that supposed to be funny?
No, it isn't supposed to be funny, Blanche. I'm just groggy, that's all. I'm sorry.
I knew you'd forget it.
I didn't forget it.
So why didn't you say something?
Blanche, I just opened my eyes.
You forgot it.
I tell you, I didn't forget it. But even if I did, you remind me of it. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Is that all? No plans? We've been married 8 years. Don't you want to do something?
No, it's too late to do anything.
It's sad about you, how you suffer. I didn't get such a bargain, you know.
Okay.
There's better fish in the ocean than the one I caught.
Yeah, there's better bait, too.
I'm serious.
Okay, I'm sorry. You hack away at me in the morning. I'm so exhausted, I don't know what I'm saying.
You wouldn't be so exhausted if you went to bed at a reasonable hour.
I had to work overtime. Pour me some coffee.
Did you get paid?
I'll get paid.
What time did you get home?
12:30.
If you got home at 12:30, why were you so long getting into bed? I know for a fact you didn't come to bed till almost 2.
I was in the kitchen putting the stuff away.
What stuff?
What's the matter, Blanche? You told me to bring stuff home for the party tonight. You invited a lot of your crumb friends, and you told me to bring stuff. So I brought stuff.
Did you bring the potatoes, the potato salad?
I brought potatoes.
Did you pair?
I paired them.
All of them?
All except one. He had a big knob on top. I couldn't find a mate for him. I know what you meant, Blanche. I even boiled them last night. Where are my pants? Who stole my pants?
Nobody stole your pants.
I just looked in the wastebasket and they're not there. My shoes are missing from the sink.
Don't be silly, John. Your pants are on a hanger in a closet, and your shoes are in the shoe rack.
How did you get there?
I put them there.
Well, I wish you quit throwing my things around like that. I gotta get them or I'll be late.
You won't be late. Here are your pants.
Thanks, Blanche. These aren't my pants.
They're not. And whose pants are they?
That's a good question. Only I should be asking.
Don't be so snide. They were baggy, so I pressed.
Baggy?
It took me an hour to find the right crease, so be careful you don't wrinkle them.
What's the difference? I like my pants to look lived in.
You're dragging the tops on the floor. Hold your trouser leg with your left hand, then step in with your right foot.
Blanche! I've been putting on my own pants for over 40 years. I don't need you to be the foreman of it. Hand me my tie.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. I want to use it for a belt. My suspenders are broken.
Why don't you wear your belt?
I'm using it to keep the soles from falling off my shoes.
John Bickerson, you know you're
I know. I haven't got a belt. Where's my shirt? Where'd you hide my shirt?
I didn't hide it anywhere.
Well, where is it?
I draped it over the canary's cage so he could sleep.
Is my shirt the only rag you could find to cover the bird cage with?
He hasn't heard anything, has it?
No, but I don't like the way the bird pokes into my pockets. Every time I take a cigarette out, I'm smoking bird seed. Why do you have to cover the bird cage anyway?
The canary is sensitive to light.
Well, get him a pair of sunglasses. Leave my shirt alone. No bird's going to sleep later than I do. Ah, shut up!
John, why must you be so mean on our anniversary?
Blanche, I'm not mean. I'm worried. Business is bad. My job is hanging by a thread.
You never should have quit your other job.
You made me quit. You said it wasn't dignified selling bowling balls. You were embarrassed to answer when people asked you what your husband sold.
Well, it sounded like they were trying to start a fight.
That's no problem for you. I gotta go.
Well, here. And don't forget your samples.
I won't forget. This darn vacuum cleaner gets heavier every day. Straighten this hose around my neck, will you, Blanche?
There. Now, you got everything?
I think so. No, wait a minute. You got any money?
Well, there's 50 cents in the sugar box.
50 cents?
You can bring me the change when you come home.
Now listen, Blanche. Something's got to be done about this. I can't go to work like a pauper every day. A man's got to have a couple of dollars in his pocket.
Stop it. Don't yell at me.
I don't mind going with torn clothes and holes in my socks, but I'm not going to suffer through those lunches anymore.
What's the matter with your luncheon?
You ought to know. You pack them for me. I'm just getting sick of carrying my lunch to work in a paper sack. Why can't I go to the restaurant like the other fellas?
John, what are you talking about? I haven't fixed your lunch for 2 years.
Oh, Blanche, every morning of my life I find my lunch wrapped in brown paper on the side of the sink.
John, that's the garbage.
Goodbye, Blanche.
Goodbye, dear. Happy anniversary.
And now, the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon and Dale Arden. These thrilling adventures are depicted each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, now printed in 32 tabloid-sized pages, each page in full 4 colors, distributed everywhere as a part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. For the benefit of those who missed our earlier episode, here's the story to date. Flash Gordon, America's greatest athlete, his beautiful sweetheart Dale Arden, and Dr. Zarkov, a brilliant scientist, left the Earth on a rocket ship. They crashed on the planet Mongo and were captured by Ming the Merciless, the cruel emperor of Mongo, who commanded Dale to be his bride and ordered Flash be killed. But Flash escaped with the help of Emperor Ming's beautiful daughter, Aura, who fell deeply in love with him and proposed marriage. But Flash refused, saying he loved Dale Arden. Flash then met Thune, the powerful prince of the Lion Men, and Prince Baron, a former member of Emperor Ming's court. Joined by Dr. Zarkov, they plotted to overthrow Emperor Ming and rescue Dale. But with victory within their grasp, they were recaptured by Ming soldiers and condemned to a fate worse than death. They were placed on a gyro ship and sent as slaves to the prison city of the Hawkmen. The prison ship carrying our friends roars through the stratosphere on the way to the prison city of the Hawkmen. In the cell, Flash and Prince Thune work feverishly on each other's bonds.
Can you get the knot untied, Prince Thune?
It's almost loose, Flash. Just another twist. There! Thou art free.
Thanks. Now I'll set you free. If we work fast, we may be able to release Zarkov and Baron and get control of the ship.
Good. As soon as thou canst loose my bonds, I will help thee capture the guard and take his keys when he makes his rounds.
There, the rope's undone.
Hark! I hear the guard approaching.
Put your hands behind your back like this, and lie until he bends over and give us food. Then we overpower him. Quick now, here he comes.
Here's your food, prisoners.
Now, Prince Thune!
I have him, Flash. Take his keys.
Stop squirming, fellow, or I'll give you something to squirm about. Now, I've got his keys, Thune. Now to save Dale, Baron, and Zarkov.
What was that?
We must have struck something. Are you all right, Thune?
Yes, and thou, my friend.
I'm okay.
Flash Gordon!
Here! Prince Thune and I are in here.
And you're free!
Yes, and didst thou gain thy liberty, friends?
The crash broke the locked door on the cell, and so we come quickly. Let's go to the control cabin and see about the girl.
Yes, hurry, this way. Dale! Where are you, Dale? Are you all right, Dale?
Let me go. Let go of me. I've got to call Ming on the spaceophone.
Send this to Ming with my regards. Yeah, he won't be able to transmit your message for quite some time, lad.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
We shall have to let the others go too. Thun, I need your great strength to help me remove this valuable scientific apparatus from the ship.
Come, Flash, come, Dale. We have no time to lose.
We're with you, Baron.
Thun, read those spaceographs from the sockets. I will take this space compass.
What else would thou like to have removed, friend?
That is enough for this trip. Come on outside.
Where are our friends Baron and Flash and Dale?
They must have gone into the forest over yonder. What is that rushing sound?
By the great god Pau! Look up there! Hawkmen! Run, friends! Run for your lives!
Flying with lances held in readiness, a squadron of savage hawkmen hurtle from the skies. They seize Thune and Zarkov and sweep them into the air, while in the forest, numb with horror, Flash, Dale, and Baron watch their friends carried away toward a city suspended in space, the prison city of the Hawkmen.
There they go with Thune and Zarkov.
And that, friend, is the end of them.
What do you mean, Prince Baron?
No man captured by a Hawkman and never lived to tell about it.
How terrible!
We'll see about that, Baron.
It's hopeless, Flash. Look, their city drifts high in the heavens, held up by the powerful light beams.
What are we going to do now?
Let's go back to the wrecked ship. We may be able to fix it.
I'm afraid the ship may be beyond repair, Flash, but perhaps it won't do any harm.
Flash! I hear a rumbling sound!
Why? It's a rocket ship bearing down on us.
It's going to land.
It made a perfect landing. I wonder who the pilot is.
Girl's getting out. She's holding a pistol.
Why? It's Princess Aurora. Well, Princess, this is a surprise.
I followed you to give you your last chance, Flash Gordon.
What do you mean?
Keep out of this Dale Arden. He knows what I mean.
I suppose you still want me to marry you.
Yes. Marry me, and the empire is yours, and your friends go free.
And if I refuse?
The Hawkmen, with my aid, will kill all of you. You shall never marry this Earth girl, Dale Arden.
My princess, if I must make a choice, I choose Dale and death.
Flash, darling!
Good for you, Flash.
You have signed our death warrants, but I don't care as long as we are together.
I'm glad, Dale. That's just how I feel.
Very well, you have made your choice. I go to the Hawkmen.
Well, there goes the haughty beauty. In an hour, every Hawkman in Mongol will be after us.
Prince Baron's prophecy becomes true. He, Flash, and Dale are captured by the Hawkmen and dragged before the throne of their king, mighty Vultan. There, the prisoners find Aura leaning on the arm of the great throne, while King Vultan speaks.
The laws of Mongo allow you to judge the fate of one of these prisoners. Princess, the others belong to me.
I will take the yellow-haired youth. I will make him pay for scorning me. Incidentally, by torturing him, I can also torture the Earth Girl.
So be it. Take them into the torture chamber.
No, I beg you, kill me, but spare Flash.
Then let the girl stay with me.
Oh.
No.
So, you're in love with this youth, huh?
In love with him? Why, just because I begged for Flash's life doesn't mean I love him.
No.
He is but a youth. You, most impressive Majesty, you are a man.
My pretty bird, you have discernment. I took you at face value, but I see I was wrong. You have an unusual appreciation of men.
Thank you, impressive Majesty. I can also appreciate compliments.
Soon, I will show you how your friends have failed to withstand the rigors of the torture chamber.
I don't care much for torture, Your Majesty, but I guess you can't help doing what the Emperor's daughter tells you to.
Emperor's daughter? Ah! I give orders in this city, but now, as to your fate,
Yes, impressive Majesty.
I shall make you my wife as soon as the high priest can be summoned.
In the meantime, down in the torture chambers, Flash and his friends have been at work stoking the great atom furnaces of the Hawkmen. Driven nearly mad by the terrible heat and the anxiety of wondering what is happening to Dale, Flash is all for rebelling. He throws a shovel full of flaming radium at a guard. The captain of the guard reaches for the switch, which would electrocute Flash by passing a current through a wire fastened to his leg irons. But Dr. Zarkov rushes up and pleads.
Do not kill him, Captain. He's but an impetuous youth. We will make him work.
Then see that he does. If he starts any more trouble, he shall die.
Thank you, Captain.
Get back to work with the rest of the slaves.
Thanks, Dr. Zarkov, but I is just as soon as die. Dale is lost to me.
Patience, Flash. Dr. Zarkov and I have a plan. Come over here behind this lead wall.
What are you going to do, Baron?
I shall keep watch for the guard. Get to work, Dr. Zarkov, quickly.
Here, Flash. Take these wires off your manacles and wrap them around your shovel.
All right, there. Now what are we going to do?
You heard what the captain said. If you start any more trouble, he will electrocute you. When I give you this signal, jump up and throw your shovel into that radium beam over there.
And get myself killed for it?
I promise you, you will not die. Do as I tell you.
All right, now?
Is the coast clear, Baron?
No one's looking this way.
Now, Flash.
Come on, men! Follow me! Better death than slavery.
Mutiny, then die like a rat. Here goes the switch.
The electric current ignited the radium ore.
Get the bird! Get the bird! Now's our chance to escape.
I'm going to find Dale.
Back in the sumptuous quarters of Voltan, king of the Hawkmen, he and Dale are awaiting the arrival of the high priest to perform the marriage ceremony.
Well, my pretty little bird, soon you will be the bride of both and of the mighty. Suppose you give me a little kiss while we are waiting for the high priest to come. Come here.
No! Don't touch me!
What? You repulse me, Earth Girl? Come here!
Get away from me, you fat fool! Flash! Flash, darling!
Take your hands off her, Bolton.
With a yellow fury, Flash drives his fist into Voltan's jaw. The mighty king staggers back and, bellowing like a mad bull, places his steel-taloned fingers into Flash's throat. His left hand reaches for his dagger.
Flash, look out for his dagger!
With a smashing left and a crushing right hand uppercut that would have killed an ordinary man, Flash knocks Voltan into unconsciousness.
That settles that, Ox. Dale, did he hurt you?
No. Oh, my darling. I feel so safe in your arms. They are so strong, yet tender.
These arms are meant to hold you and protect you. By heaven, they will as long as I have life.
My dear. Oh, where are Baron and Zarkov and Thune?
Zarkov and Baron are working on some scientific gadget. Thune and I are separated looking for you. Come and join me.
Did you kill Voltan?
I don't know. There's no time to find out.
Which way do we go from here?
Look, soldiers coming this way. Turn to the right. Dale, down to the other passage.
More soldiers! Flash, we are trapped!
Back to Bolton's quarters. Dale, we can bar the door and hold them off while we arrange to escape by the window. There, we are back in Bolton's quarters and we have escaped soldiers.
Now what?
Now for the firing squad.
Voltan!
Why, you...
Stay where you are. I have my ray pistol trained on you. The slightest move on both of you will be blown to atoms.
Don't touch the girl. I surrender.
What's this? What's happening? The lights are out.
What? The floor is tripping up!
Don't worry, Dale. I'll save you.
What is happening to the city of the Hawkmen, perched so perilously 5,000 feet above the ground of the planet Mongo? We'll find out right after this word from our sponsors.
Jennifer! Jennifer! Oh, it's a catastrophe. I was trying to explain to my friend Claudia where to take her children for ballet lessons this summer.
How is that a catastrophe?
Well, I was going to recommend Coastal Ballet, but then I remembered they moved from their studios in Foley.
Still not seeing the problem.
But I don't know where Madame Rio moved. Now Claudia's children will grow up without the benefit of learning from Madame Rio, and I just know they will end up on the street, learning to dance from street gangs. So they're probably going to jail, and who knows? They might even start twerking.
Calm down, Kara. Just tell Claudia she can take her kids to Coastal Ballet's new facility in Orange Beach. Madame Rio is accepting new students in the new studio in the Medical Arts Building at 4223 Orange Beach Boulevard, Highway 161.
But what about this summer?
Coastal Ballet is offering a 1-week summer intensive training camp from July 6th through the 10th from 10 to 4 for ages 8 to 5. Oh, they'll be learning French choreography, summer etiquette, and a Friday performance. All Claudia has to do is call Coastal Ballet at 251-979-9851.
Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much. You may have saved Claudia's children from a life of crime.
Don't thank me. Thank Madame Rio and Coastal Ballet.
And be sure to come back to the Radio Theater Festival this Sunday for the true crime drama, The Dragnet, The Big Filth, a story of criminal child neglect and justice served.
It's just the facts, ma'am. This Sunday, right here on SBCT.
In the crumbling palace of Voltan, amid the shouts of the disorganized guards, Flash and Dale break away as the mighty king flies into the air and, hurling himself on Flash, drags him to the ground and prepares to execute him with his own hands. Meanwhile, Dr. Zarkov and Prince Baron are rushing towards the throne room.
Nice work, Baron. Now to strike out a bargain with Bolton. If we are not too late.
Yeah, with the lightning diffusing at the present rate, Prince Zarkov, the city will remain midair for only another half hour.
Bolton will listen to us. There will be enough time, but we must not waste 1 minute. Here we are, the throne room.
Look, Bolton has a sword of flesh guard and stone.
Stop, wait.
Who dares give me orders?
I do. I can save your city. But if you harm Flash Gordon, I will doom you this city and all of your Hawkmen to destruction.
All of my radium is gone. You destroyed that yourself. How can you say this?
Prince Baron and I have been experimenting with the other atom rays.
Ha! Experimenting. Enough of this. I should have killed Flash Gordon, but for your arrival and bluff, now I shall finish the job.
Oh, Flash, my darling!
Be brave, Dale. This big windbag is bluffing now.
Bluffing now? Am I? I will show you.
Listen to us, you fool. Your city will remain suspended only for 20 more minutes. There's no time to waste.
What do you think you can do to save the city?
We have found a way to make new light beams to hold the city safely suspended in the air.
What kind of trick is this?
It's no trick.
Well then, let us see what you propose to do.
I will save your city on one condition.
You know when to drive a bargain, old wizard of the earth. Very well. Flash Gordon shall go free if you save my city.
You must also free Dale and Zarkov and Barrett.
Absolutely.
Be quick, Bolton. Your precious minutes are flying.
Give us your answer.
I will pardon you all if my city is saved.
Good. Then follow me.
Where are you going to take us?
Into this private elevator first.
Where are we going, Dr. Zarkov?
Berry and I discovered the room under the Hall of Atomic Power, which stores scientific apparatus. With the help of the slaves, we constructed my newest invention. Did you, Baron?
Yes, we did, Fritz Zarkov. I only hope this bull-headed monarch hasn't delayed us too long with this arguing. There isn't much time to save the city.
We are tipping over. How much further do we have to descend?
We will be below the foundation in just a moment.
What is this remarkable discovery, wizard of the earth?
You shall see. You shall see.
We're here. Hurry, everyone out.
Hold fast my hand, Dale.
Oh, Flash, do you think Dr. Zarkov will be able to save us?
I know he will do his best.
That is my invention.
What is that? Massive tubes and wires.
This electrical machine is an atomic light solidifier.
Strengthen the beam.
Yes. Keep everybody back, Baron. I must have room to work.
Stand back, everybody.
Baron, do you think this machine will work?
Be quiet. Professor Zarkov is throwing the switch.
What is that weird bluish light?
New rays made from the atoms, Dale. Why? The city seems to be getting back on an even keel.
Oh, so it is.
How's it working, Fritz Zarkov?
Splendid, sir. Light beams supporting the city are becoming stronger and stronger.
Then the city is saved?
The city is saved.
By Paul, he has done it. All of you are free.
Why, Dale? You're crying.
I am so happy we're saved.
Zarkov, come here.
Yeah, he said he could do it, and he did.
Yes, King Bolton. You summoned me?
Zarkov, you shall now be my head scientist.
Bolton, this is more than I can expect. I'm grateful, deeply grateful, and appreciate the honor.
Flash and Dale,
Yes, impressive majesty.
What is it, King Bolton?
as proof of our future friendship, I shall give you a royal wedding tomorrow, and tonight we shall have a banquet to celebrate it.
Are you having a good time, Dale?
A wonderful time, Flash. It hardly seems possible that we shall be married tomorrow. I don't dare believe it until we are married.
You mustn't feel that way, Dale. It's just nerves.
Well, my friends, tomorrow will be the big day.
I am not so sure.
Dale's just worrying about nothing, Barry.
Well, it's almost tomorrow. Dale, what can happen?
During the excitement of the certain destruction of the city, the Princess Aura disappeared.
Oh, is that all that worries you? I should think you'd be glad for her not to be here.
I am.
Well, well, lovebirds, are you enjoying the evening?
Oh, yes. Thank you, impressive majesty.
Majesty, Majesty,
Yes, what is it?
the airship of Ming the Merciless is approaching the city.
This means trouble.
What did I tell you? There will be no wedding for us tomorrow.
We will die fighting.
No, Bolton. Let us take our chances on escaping. Give us a rocket ship.
It's no use, Flash. They were damaged when the city tilted.
His Universal Majesty, Emperor of Mongo, Ming the Merciless.
And Princess Aura. Now there will be trouble.
Steady, Dale, darling. There will be a way out of this.
Greetings and welcome, Emperor Ming.
So, Bolton, You have become friends with the prisoners. Turn over this earthman to my torturers, and to me, deliver my promised bride, Dale Arden. I command it.
No, Father, you promised Flash Gordon to me as my share of the spoil.
Hold, Ming. By the ancient laws of Mongo, by the sacred laws of the great Pau, who is all wise, I have called for a tournament of death.
A tournament? And this fellow Flash Gordon would enter?
Yes.
A tournament. Then all the planet would see him fail and die. So be it.
Between four mountains nestled a massive bowl-shaped arena, toward which most of Mongo pours in never-ending streams to the tournament of death, in which all but one contestant will die. Flash Gordon and Dale Arden occupy seats of honor in Voltan's box. Princess Aura enters the arena on a golden throne carried by 6 blue dragon men.
Here comes Aura in all of her glory.
She is vile, treacherous, and cruel. That, my boy, is a beauty.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Screwbridge, king of the lion men.
The dragon men are frightened by the lions. They have dropped the princess.
Stay where you are, my boy. Prince Baron is already picking her up.
She seems to be smiling at him. I wonder what she's saying.
Prince Baron, you have saved my life. Why did you do it after the way I treated you?
Because, my princess, you're a woman, a beautiful woman, and I can no longer deny the fact that I love you.
But whatever it is she's saying, I wish you would get interested in somebody else and leave you alone, Flash.
Tournament is about to begin, Flash. This is your horse. Here, take my sword, my boy. It's the one with which I became the king of the Hawkmen. Take it and justify my faith in you.
And my faith, too.
Thanks, darling. And thank you, Bolton. I will do my best.
Meanwhile, in another box overlooking the great arena as the tournament of death begins, Prince Baron reaches a decision.
Zarkov, I'm going to enter the tournament and win my kingdom back and Ming's daughter, Princess Aura, for my bride.
Do not be a fool, Prince Baron. Why do you risk being killed?
Wish me luck, my friend. I go to do battle.
And it is a battle royale, with every horseman for himself. As the battle rages around him, Flash is beset by 2 yellow guardsmen. He vanquishes one and is attacked by the other and falls from his horse before the yellow man can drive home a death thrust. A masked rider saves Flash, and the first great test of the tournament of death ends. A banquet is held for the survivors.
Are you sure you're all right, Flash?
Why, of course, Dale.
If it hadn't been for that masked fighter, you would be dead now. Oh, why did you enter this horrible tournament?
To win freedom, a kingdom, and what's more important, you.
My dear. Look, the masked fighter is with Princess Aura.
Ah, the best champion. Are you a criminal fearing arrest or a noble fearing rejection?
Blue blood or red blood, my lady, will flow in the arena just as freely for your amusement.
Here, wear this scarf as a token, but do not stain it with your blood.
Fair lady, a kiss from your gorgeous lips, and I would face the legions of Pau.
Insolent one. I should have you tortured.
You cannot punish the living dead of the tournament. Goodbye, you beautiful devil. I go to fight for your love.
That masked champion, I swear I know his voice. Nevertheless, I must go back to fight. Goodbye, Dale.
Goodbye, and good luck, my darling. Oh, King Voltan, when will this awful tournament end?
I know it seems horrible to you, little bird, but it is better that Flash should die honorably in the field of battle than to die at the hands of the Ming's torturers. If he wins this final event, he will be a king, and you will be his queen.
The trumpets blow and the last contestants line up. 2 by 2, they mount the sky rope stretched over a flaming pool to joust with swords, and one after another they are eliminated by death. Finally, only Flash Gordon and the masked champion are left. Flash loses his balance and falls toward the flaming pool, but his hand catches hold of the rope, and he hangs on. The masked champion, thrown off balance, all but falls, but saves himself by grasping Flash Gordon's legs. His mask falls off, revealing Prince Baron. The crowd demands that both men shall live, and they are brought before Vultan and Ming the Merciless.
None of your trickery, Ming. You will proclaim them both kings.
So be it. But I shall choose their kingdoms. To Prince Baron and my daughter Aura, I give the kingdom of the forest. To Flash Gordon and the Earth Girl, I give the kingdom of the cave.
You fiend. You know neither kingdom has been conquered.
True, Vultan, but these are brave men. Let them try. They can hold their weddings in their own kingdoms if they live that long.
What will happen to Flash Gordon when he attempts to rule over the unconquered kingdom of the caves? See the next chapter of the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon in the Sunday comics of your Hearst newspaper. And now we pause for a brief 15-minute intermission before we return for what is both a captivating mystery and a screwball comedy, After the Thin Man.
The Lux Radio Theatre brings you After the Thin Man. Greetings from Hollywood. Tonight our play is After the Thin Man, adapted from the MGM picture. But you don't really need a detective to discover that Lux Flakes is the simple answer to your household problems. It's a deduction that millions of women have made after giving Lux Flakes a try. Now, if your wits have been thoroughly sharpened and you're ready for anything to happen, we raise the curtain on the first act of After the Thin Man. A railroad station in San Francisco. Into the dim maze of tracks rolls a mighty streamliner, sleek and shiny, after its mad dash across the country. With a final throb of its powerful engines, it comes to rest. From the gate tumbles a crowd of reporters and photographers. They rush breathlessly up and down the length of the platform, eager to be the first to greet the arriving celebrities, Mr. and Mrs. Nick Charles.
Hey, where's Nick? What car is he in? He's probably in that car over there.
Hey, come on, let's get a statement from him.
Hey, is Nick Charles in that car?
Mr. Charles, your car's back.
Thanks. Oh, there he is. Hey, Nick. Hey. Oh, Nicky, hey, how does it feel to be home? Well, you gonna stay with us for a while now?
I'm from the Chronicle, Mr. Charles. Can I have a statement?
Hey, easy guys, easy, one at a time. Darling, these are the gentlemen of the press. Gentlemen, my wife.
Hello.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do? Glad to know you, Mrs. Johnson. How do you do? How's about a statement, Nick? Are you going to be keeping up on your detective work?
No, gentlemen, I've retired. From now on, I'm just going to take care of my wife's money so that I'll have something in my old age.
You said that when you retired before, but I noticed that you took that Thin Man case in New York.
Yeah, that thin man was a beaut. They're still talking about it.
You'd take a case like that now, wouldn't you?
Not a chance. I just took that to please my wife. She wanted some excitement.
Well, I guess you had it, Mrs. Charles.
Oh, it was wonderful. 2 men tried to kill him, but he's not going to take any more cases. You can print that.
Well, that's the girl. Well, so long, gentlemen. Come along, darling.
Goodbye, Mr. Charles.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Nick, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Go. Oh!
Hey, excuse me, lady. I think I wasn't looking where I was going.
No, you weren't.
Hiya, Fingers.
Oh, well, Nick Charles, how are you?
Fine. How's business, Fingers?
Oh, business? Oh, I quit that racket.
Nick, my purse. It's gone.
Oh, that's a shame. Nora, I want you to meet Fingers McCoy. This is my wife, Fingers.
Your wife?
Mm-hmm.
Say, I didn't know she was, well, I'm sorry about your purse, Miss Charles.
What'll I do, Nick? I had it. No, I had it with me.
Oh, it'll turn up. Won't it, Fingers?
I certainly hope so. Sure. Well, so long, Nick. Glad to bump into you. Goodbye, Miss Charles.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Nick, I've got to go back to the train.
Oh, I wouldn't bother, darling. Why don't we go home?
Oh, I can't just go off.
Oh, come on. You don't want to embarrass him, do you?
What do you mean?
Fingers. He's a purse snatcher. Well, think of his feelings.
A purse snatcher? Well, he must have taken it.
Well, he certainly did, but you know, he didn't know that you were my wife. He slipped it back to me. Here now. You see, he's a very honest pickpocket.
Oh, Nick, you're the nicest people.
Hiya, Nick. Welcome home.
Oh, hiya, Bumps. How's the boy?
Oh, never better. I'm in the pink, you know.
See you around.
Yeah.
Prize fighter, darling?
No, a wrestler.
Oh, a wrestler. That's it.
Hey, Nicky. What's a good word?
Hello, Slats. How's everything?
I'm doing okay. Glad to see you, pal.
Likewise.
Now, there's a sweet character. He ought to be in jail just to play it safe.
Oh, he got out back today.
Oh.
Welcome home, Nora.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Nice to see you, dear.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, who are those people,
Oh,
darling?
you would know them. They're respectable.
Oh.
Oh, you know, darling, the best thing about going away is coming back home.
Oh, I suppose you remember that tonight is New Year's.
Oh, I know. You got your keys, darling?
Yes. I suppose you've got some ideas on the subject.
Very definite ideas.
I was afraid of that.
I want to lock the doors, unplug the bells, cut off the phone, and crawl into bed for a month.
Mrs. Charles, you're a woman after my own heart. I won't be awake after midnight, so I'll kiss you now. A happy New Year, Nora. Mwah.
Oh, hey, you folks. What you standing out there for? Come on in.
Hey, what is this?
This is our house.
Well, come on. Make yourselves a home. Folks, come on.
Let's go in, darling. He says it's all right.
Oh, well, as long as we're invited.
Oh, there's a bar right over there. And help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
What's the celebration?
Oh, shh. We're having a surprise party for Nick and Nora.
Nick and Nora.
Sure, don't you know Nick and Nora?
No, we don't.
Oh, well, neither do I, but that's not going to spoil my fun. It's New Year's Eve, so what's the odds? I mean, go on, folks. It's a cinch.
Okay, thanks for the tip.
Sure. And get in there and get some of that Napoleon brandy before it's all gone.
Oh. May I have this hand, Mrs. Charles?
Thank you, sir. You're a gent. More on those people.
Well, now, let's see. That looks like Mo Stone over there. He's a bookie. That fellow with him is a police captain. I believe the gentleman in the loud suit runs a pool room, and that fellow in the fireman's hat.
Never mind. I get the gist now, yeah.
Mrs. Charles, welcome home, madam.
Thank you.
How are you, Peters?
Never better, Mr. Charles. I'm sorry about the party, sir, but they forced their way in.
Yeah, knowing my friends, I can believe that.
Nick, I smell something burning.
Oh, probably just the living room rug, or maybe...
If I may be allowed, sir, Mrs. Charles' aunt just called as she walked in. She's been calling all day and very much annoyed. She wants you to come to dinner this evening, Mrs. Charles. I'm afraid she's waiting on the phone to speak to you.
Oh, dear.
Oh, goodbye, darling. See you next year.
She expects you too, Mr. Charles.
Me? And Catherine wants me to come to dinner?
There must be some mistake. She couldn't want you, Nick. I'll take it to the bedroom, Peter. Nick.
Mr. and Catherine, get out of it. No more family dinners. I wouldn't go through that again if you had twice as much money.
Hello?
Hello, Nora?
Who is this?
This is Selma.
Oh, hello, darling.
Darling and Catherine?
My cousin, Selma. How are you, Selma?
Nora, I had to call you. I wanted to make sure you were coming tonight.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not, Selma. You see...
Nora, you've got to come. I'm in terrible trouble.
What?
Please. I can't tell you now, but you must come. I'm desperate. Oh, wait a minute.
Selma, put down that phone.
I won't. I'm speaking to Nora.
Hello?
I told you not to call anyone.
Hello, Selma.
Give me that phone.
Hello, dear.
Hello. Oh, is this?
How are you, Nora? This is your Aunt Catherine.
What's the matter with Selma?
Oh, nothing at all, dear. You know how Selma, well enough not to pay too much attention to her. We'll see you tonight, Nora.
Well, you see, it's New Year's Eve, Aunt Catherine.
The old battle axe.
What?
Oh, excuse me, Aunt Catherine. I was talking to the dog.
Oh, well, we'll expect you at 7:30.
All right, Aunt Catherine. We'll come. Goodbye.
What did you say?
I said we'd be over for dinner.
My own wife.
I'm sorry, Nicky, but I had to do it. It's Selma. She's in trouble. You like Selma, don't you?
Not as much as that.
She sounded funny. As if she'd been crying.
Living with your Aunt Catherine, I can't say I blame her.
Selma, stop that crying. Do you want the servants to hear you?
I don't care, Aunt Catherine. I'm going crazy. I can't stand it any longer. I'm going to call the police.
You'll do nothing of the sort. Haven't we paid out enough to hush up his other scandals?
He never did anything like this before. How do we know but what he may be dead?
I told you I'd handle it.
I can't go on this way. Robert's my husband.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Yes, Henry.
Beg pardon, madam, but should I set a place for Mr. Roberts tonight?
Certainly. Mr. Roberts will be here.
Very good, madam.
You know he won't be here, Aunt Catherine.
I know nothing of the sort. Now, go down upstairs and make yourself presentable.
When Nora comes, I'm going to tell her.
You will not tell her. I will not have that husband of hers snooping in our family affairs.
I don't care. He can help us. I'm going to tell him the whole story.
Nick.
Aunt
Catherine wants to speak to you.
What did I do now? Use the wrong fork?
Nick, listen. Do you know why Robert was here tonight?
Sure, because he's smart.
I'm not fooling. He disappeared.
Well, that's swell. Now, if we could only get rid of Aunt Catherine, we'd be all set.
Come on, she's in the library with someone. Oh, here he is, Aunt Catherine.
Oh, Nicholas, I'm so sorry to take you away from your family.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I mean, that's quite all right. Now, what is all this about, Selma? How long has Robert been gone?
3 days. 3 days without a word.
Have you notified the police?
No, certainly not. We're not going to.
Oh, no. Robert may be kidnapped. He may be lying dead somewhere. But we mustn't do anything about it. No. Our precious names might get in the papers.
Oh, don't pay any attention to her. She's exaggerating the whole affair. However, to please her, I thought you might investigate the matter quietly. With your experience as a
flatfoot?
Well, I didn't mean to be as blunt as that.
Why not? It's all in the family.
Selma, have you any idea where Robert might be?
No, but there's a woman mixed up in it. I know it.
Selma, you know nothing of the sort.
What about the vanity case they sent to me from the Chinese restaurant?
That was a stupid mistake on their part.
Mistake? Some woman left it. He was there with some woman.
So, Selma, you know that Robert worships you.
How can you say that? You know he hates me. He only married me for my money. He never did love me. Sometimes I wish he were dead.
Well, now I'm a little confused. Tell me, Selma, do you want him back or don't you?
Of course she wants him back.
Don't, Selma, please.
Come, Selma. I'll take you up to your room. Dr. Kramer will be there any minute. He'll give you something for your nerves. Excuse me, Nora and Nicholas.
I'm not thinking at all. What are you getting me into? There's lots of detectives in this town, men who need the job.
But no one as good as you do.
Yeah, that won't get you a thing. I've retired.
But this is different. This is for Selma. You'll have fun, Robert, won't you?
Why? I didn't lose him.
Your chance is you'll get him right with the family.
That's just what I'm afraid of.
Maybe.
Get your hat, darling. We're going to get out of here while we've still got the chance. Well, where's it going to be? Still New Year's Eve. We have to go someplace.
All right, let's go look for Robert.
Now listen, my sweet.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Nora.
Oh, hiya, David.
David, nice to see you. What are you standing out here for?
Oh, they don't let me in the house anymore. Selma said she'd try and meet me later.
I'm afraid she won't be able to make it. Did you know that Robert had disappeared?
If he has, it's the only decent thing he's ever done.
Well, what's he been up to lately, David?
The last thing he pulled on me was a couple of days ago. Called up and said that if I'd give him $25,000, he'd go away and leave Selma to me.
Lovely boy.
What did you say?
I asked him to give me a couple of days to think it over. You know, $25,000 would be cheap if he'd really go.
Why don't you take up a collection? There are a lot of people who'd like to contribute.
Tell me, did you see Selma? How is she?
I'm terribly worried about her.
I know, I am too.
Come on, David. We're going to go someplace and get the taste of respectability out of our mouths.
Thanks, but I couldn't.
No, David, why not?
I've got too much on my mind. Well, I'm glad you're back anyway. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Selma was a fool not to have married him.
Well,
Robert.
They can't all be as lucky as you, darling. Well, where are we going?
How do you feel about some Chinese food?
Awful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because we're going to that Chinese restaurant that said to contact Selma, the live cheese. Please, darling.
Now, see here. I'm not looking for Robert.
Of course you're not. I am.
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
Fella here wants a table.
Yeah, well, tell him we're all filled up.
I did. He says to tell you his name's Nick Charles.
Nick Charles. Where is he?
Over by the door.
Ha! Now, this is more like it.
You must feel right at home in a place like this. Too bad we didn't bring Aunt Catherine.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
Oh, hello, Dancer. Oh, tell me you haven't got any tables.
I guess I can find one for you, seeing it's you. You slumming?
Well, that's all, Dancer. Why?
Yeah, well, just wanted to make sure I don't like business calls on New Year's Eve. Oh, say, I want you to meet my partner. Hey, Lumpkey, come here. All right, I want you to meet a friend of mine. Lumpkey, this is Nick Charles.
Oh, I'm your friend. You bet you.
Here's Mrs. Charles. Well, what's the deal, Dancer?
Well, you sent his brother up, Nick. Lum Ying, you remember?
Oh, yes, yes. He's the one who spread a tongue war out to include sticking up a bank.
You bet. You kept my brother. You played a trick on him.
No play trick on him, no catch him, you betcha.
Oh.
Is he still in jail?
Oh, you bet. 4 or 5 more years. Goodbye. Have a nice time, please.
See a tall man too, Mr. Dancer?
No, but you can never be sure how close the brothers are. I thought you might like to know.
Thanks.
Yeah. He's a good guy to have liking you. Oh, there's a table over there by the wall.
Well, this way, Mrs. Charles.
Nicky, there's Robert.
I know. I saw him before.
Why didn't you tell me? Robert.
Oh, hello.
Good evening, Robert. Happy New Year.
Is it?
Robert, what are you doing in a place like this? We just saw Selma, Robert.
Yeah,
She's terribly worried about you. Don't you think you'd ought to go home?
sure. I'll go home.
when I feel like it and not before.
Robert.
Oh, let him go.
I got your table, Nick. Oh, is that fellow a friend of yours?
On the contrary, he's a relation.
He's been hanging around here, drunk for 3 days. He's got a case on a prima donna, too.
I wish you'd toss him out. His wife is going crazy.
That's too bad. I'll speak to his girlfriend.
Well, I've done my duty.
Hey, Polly, come here.
What's up, Dancer?
Now listen, that boyfriend of yours is pretty drunk.
So what? I thought that was the idea. Keep him happy.
Yeah, sure, but a couple of his relations just blew in.
Relations?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah, we'll give the customers one more song after this act, and then knock off for the night, and take him out of here.
Okay, but I'm getting sick of that guy.
It'll just be tomorrow, honey, and then we'll turn him loose.
Tomorrow's the holiday. The banks will be closed.
Ah, that's right. Well, then the next day. What's the difference? Ain't it worth it?
I guess so.
That's the girl. Now, make it snappy, Polly. I'll keep an eye on it.
Hey, Polly,
Yeah, what?
I got a message for you.
What is it?
Your brother's looking for you.
My brother? Where is he?
In your dressing room. Wants to see you right away.
Hello, Polly. What's the matter? You don't look so happy to see me.
Please, Phil, don't try to start anything. I'm in a hurry.
Man, you've been in a hurry ever since I got back.
Can I help it if I gotta work?
That's not what I'm kicking about. What's going on with this drunk, Robert Landis?
Nothing.
I don't know. Then what's this check doing on your dressing table?
Give me that.
A check made out to you, signed by Robert Landis.
Get out of here. What are you?
Shut up! I'll smack you right in the teeth. I'm in on this, you know?
Phil, please.
If you don't cut me in, the party's off.
I can't cut you in.
The check's yours, ain't it?
Yeah, but...
What? But what?
Let me go! Let me go!
Yeah, sure. Just to remind you that I'm in on the deal.
You big lug! What you done to my face? How am I going to explain that?
There are a lot of things you have to explain before I'm through. You and Dancer are taking this Landis guy for plenty of dough, aren't you?
What about it?
How much? Come on, how much?
25,000.
Did you get it yet?
No.
Well, go ahead, spill it.
Some friend of his wife is putting it up to get him to leave her alone.
So you're going to keep him drunk and then collect it for him. When?
I don't know.
I said, when?
Tomorrow night.
All right. I'll be around in early next morning. Very early.
What are you doing here?
Hiya, Dancer. Just leaving. So long, Polly.
What'd that heel want?
Nothing. It's okay, Dancer.
Now listen, there's been a switch in the plans. I just heard that the dough's being handed over tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, that David guy's meeting Landis in front of the house. Now, you'd better be with Landis, see?
I'll be there.
Okay. I told Nick that you were taking Landis home. Now, make sure they see you as you go out.
Sure.
Okay. And when the dough's delivered, you know what to do. I'll be across the street just in case something goes wrong. Now, get going and no slip up.
Nora! Hey, Nora! Oh, there you are. Happy New Year. Where have you been?
Trying to find a phone. I wanted to call Selma and see if Robert got one.
Oh, well, come on. There must be a phone in Dancer's office. I'm sure he won't mind. Oh, hello, Dancer. Come on in.
What are you doing in this office?
Oh, just calling a number. Any objections?
Once a gum heel, always a gum heel. I don't like gum heels, and I thought you'd quit it when you married a pot of money.
Did you just call me a pot?
Look, I don't like to be critical, Dancer, but it sure doesn't look right when you and your partner and your prima donna and your best customer all go out at the same time. It gives the place a sort of vacant look.
Yeah. Have you ever been thrown out of a place, Mr. Charles?
How many places was it up to yesterday, Mrs. Charles?
How many places have you been in, Mr. Charles?
Hello, Aunt Catherine. This is Nick. Nicholas. What? When? I see. Yes, I will. Goodbye.
If you're through in here, you can beat it.
What's the matter, Nick? Bad news?
Dancer, you better...
Ah, Polly. Come in. Another of our travelers has returned. Now, if only Lum Key would show up. Oh, how about that? No sooner said than done.
Did someone call me?
Quite a gathering of the clan, isn't it? I wonder which one of you would be most surprised if Robert Landis walked in now. But you know there's no chance of that, don't you? All of you.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Now get out of here.
What is it, Nick? What's happened?
Robert's been killed.
Killed?
He was killed on the front steps of your aunt's house. Police are questioning Selma.
What's that got to do with us? Go on, get out.
You said that before, Dancer, and it's foolish. I'm not going to get out. On the contrary, we're going to have a lot more people in.
Listen, you.
Just a moment. Hello? Nick Charles speaking. I want to get hold of Lieutenant Abrams of the Homicide Squad.
What are you calling him for? It's a cinch none of us shot, man.
Is that so? Well, maybe you'd like to explain how you knew he was shot.
The curtain falls on Act 1 of After the Thin Man. During this short pause, we introduce a very charming guest. Strike up the band! That music, ladies and gentlemen, welcomes a real Southern belle, Miss Mary Nell Porter from Memphis, Tennessee. In private life, she's a debutante, but this spring she's touring the country in a very important role as Maid of Cotton, representing our huge cotton industry. We're certainly delighted to welcome you to the SBCT Radio Theater Festival, Miss Porter.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here.
I hear you've been doing quite a bit of flying the last 3 months.
I certainly have, over 12,000 miles.
And on top of that, I understand that you've had a staggering schedule of fashion shows and radio speeches and personal appearances in 30 different cities.
It has been a very interesting experience, and I've enjoyed meeting so many nice people all over the country. We've had such large crowds at all our cotton fashion shows.
Well, I'm sure the women want to hear about that.
And I'd love to talk about it. You know, cotton is terribly smart this year for play suits and street dresses and evening frocks.
Now here, just a minute, please. How about giving us some of the details?
You should see one evening dress in our fashion show. It's a brilliant red muslin with large white flowers all over it.
Straight from the South Seas?
Well, straight from a storybook. It has the sweetest puff sleeves and a long mask bodice.
Miss Porter, don't you find it hard to keep all these lovely cottons fresh on your trip?
Not at all. You see, the whole wardrobe is luxable. Even some of my shoes and bags.
Well, that makes it easy, doesn't it?
I should say so. Why, new quick Lux flakes are simply wonderful. They take such beautiful care of all the lovely new cottons. You know, everything safe in water is safe in Lux. That's why we use it for everything in our cotton show.
Well, we've certainly enjoyed having you with us tonight, Miss Porter.
Thank you so much. I'm mighty glad to have met you all.
Well, good night, and good luck on your trip home.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And now, Act 2 of After the Thin Man. It's 2 hours later. With mystery shrouding the death of Robert Landis, the police have been questioning Selma, who discovered the body. Now the grilling is over, and her nerves are worn to the breaking point.
They're going to arrest me. They're going to arrest me, Nora.
No, of course they're not.
They all believe I did it. And Catherine, everyone.
They don't, so they don't think that at all.
I know, I heard them.
Now, darling.
I didn't kill him, Nora. I didn't. Oh, I'm sure I didn't. I couldn't have.
What do you mean?
Nora, you'll help me, won't you?
Tell me everything.
He came to the house at midnight to get his things. He said he was leaving me. I tried to stop him. He pushed me away and went downstairs. I followed him to the front door while he was letting himself out. I went to the library table and there was a gun there.
A gun, Selma?
I didn't mean to use it. I only wanted to frighten him, to make him come back and listen to me.
All right, go on.
I went to the door. He was standing on the steps looking up and down the street. And then there was a shot. And he fell.
Where did the shot come from?
I don't know.
All right, darling, never mind. You've been through enough. You better lie down and rest.
I can't rest, Nora. I've got to think. Nora?
Yes?
David.
What about David?
He thinks I'm guilty too. He thinks I killed Robert.
Selma, how could he?
He must think so, or he wouldn't have taken...
He wouldn't have taken what?
Nothing. But he mustn't think that. I couldn't bear it. You must tell him. Tell him I didn't do it.
Couldn't you telephone?
No. Somebody might be listening. You go to him. Tell him. Hurry.
Who is it?
It's me, Nora.
Hello, Nora. This is a surprise. Come in.
I got over as soon as I could, David. Selma said...
What's the matter? Is there something wrong?
Well, you mean you don't know?
No, what? What happened?
Robert's been killed.
Killed? But that's impossible.
What do you mean?
I saw him only a little while ago.
How long ago?
About 10 o'clock. I met him in front of the house and gave him $25,000 in bonds.
Wait a minute. This is too much for me. Where did he go then?
He went inside the house to get his things.
Oh, then it was when he came out again that he was shot.
I've got to see Selma. Will you come with me?
Come on.
Oh, no, you don't. Stay right where you are, the both of you.
What is this? Who are you?
Detective Malloy, Homicide Squad. We've had our eye on you, buddy. Trying to make a getaway, huh?
Are you crazy? Listen, someone's been kidding you, officer.
Sure. Maybe you were kidding, too, when you were seen throwing that gun in the river.
David!
It's all right. There's been a mistake. Tell Selma, will you?
All right.
Come here, sister. You're not telling anybody anything. You're going along with us.
Where?
Down to headquarters.
No. You don't understand. I'm Mrs. Nick Charles.
Oh, yeah? And I'm Mother Goose. Come on, step on it.
Hello? Nick?
Yeah?
This is Abrams, down at headquarters.
Oh, how are you?
Say, Nick, we picked up a woman a few minutes ago in David Graham's apartment. She claims she's your wife.
My wife?
Yeah, says her name is Nora. What about it, Nick?
Nora. Oh, that sounds like a phony to me. You'd better put her in the jug till I get down there.
You're the doctor, Nick. In the jug she goes.
Right down here, Mr. Charles.
Oh, thank you, matron.
Nick, here I am, over here.
Well, hello. Fine way to start the new year, getting thrown into cans.
Nicky, get me out of here.
How long has this thing with David been going on?
Oh, Nick, stop that and get me out of here. I've got something to tell you.
Oh, about the case?
Yes.
Oh, no. I'll get you out on one condition. No more cases, no more detecting. Promise?
But this is important.
You want me to let her out, Mr. Charles?
Definitely not.
Nicky, please.
Well, promise?
I promise.
All right, let her out, matron.
Nick, have you been on the case?
I've been giving it my undivided attention.
What have you found out?
Nothing.
Oh, Nick.
The only new development is that Polly has a brother. Where? We don't know.
What about her and Dancer and Lumpy?
All in the neighborhood at the time of the shooting. Well, we've established that, but we can't prove a thing.
But Nick, somebody killed him.
Yes, I think that's been proved.
Mrs. Charles?
Yes?
Lieutenant Abrams wants you for questioning.
Questioning? Nicky, they don't think I'm mixed up in this.
Oh, don't worry, darling. If I find you guilty, I'll write you every day.
This way, please.
Nicky.
Now, tell me, Mr. Graham, were you and Robert Landis on good terms?
Decidedly not.
On bad terms, Mr. Graham?
Very bad.
You and Ms. Landis were once engaged, weren't you? Until Landis came along.
Yes.
Ever ask her to divorce him and marry you?
I may have, but she never said she would.
But you would hope she would. You thought that with him out of the way, she might...
I didn't kill Robert.
No, of course not. But you did pay him to go away.
Yes.
Lieutenant Abrams, my wife.
Oh, come on in. I got to ask her some questions, Mr. Charles. I'm sorry.
Well, it's quite all right. Go ahead.
Now, Mrs. Charles, why did you go to Mr. Graham's apartment?
Well,
Maybe I'd better leave.
no. Selma had this silly idea that David thought she killed Robert. She wanted me to come tell him that she didn't.
Why, I can't imagine how she could think a thing like that. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen her for a couple of days.
Here's Mrs. Landis, boss.
Oh, will you come in, Mrs. Landis?
David! Oh, I didn't want you dragged into this.
Now, it's all right, dear.
Miss Landis, why did Mr. Graham think you killed your husband?
I never said that. I never thought it for 1 minute.
Don't, David. He had every right to think I did it. He's just trying to protect me. He heard a shot, he rushed up to me, and saw me standing near Robert with a gun in my hand. But I didn't fire the shot. It came from the street.
You mean you didn't kill him?
No, look at the gun, David. It hasn't been fired.
Oh, Selma, forgive me.
Oh, of course I forgive you.
Well, that's all cleared up. Come on, Nora.
It isn't cleared up as far as I'm concerned. I've got to have something more than that. Where's that gun, Mrs. Landis? I've got to see the gun.
Well, I haven't got it.
What?
Well, David took it from me. David, where's the gun?
Selma.
What is it, David?
Selma, I thought you were guilty. I thought I was doing the only thing. I threw it away.
You threw it away?
I threw it into the river.
Oh, that's marvelous.
But they can get it. I'll show them where I threw it. I'll get divers to go down after it. They'll find it. They must.
Phooey. She don't want that gun back any more than you do. Hey, Mac, swear a warrant for the arrest of Mrs. Robert Landis on suspicion of murder.
Nikki.
Hmm?
Are you awake?
No. No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were. Did you say something about scrambled eggs?
No, didn't. Oh, I suppose that means you'd like for me to get up and fix you some.
Oh, no, I don't care about them.
Are you sure?
Really?
Ah, good. Good night.
Good night. After all, if I wanted scrambled eggs, I could get them for myself. Of course, I'm not as good a cook as you are. But, oh well, don't bother me. You go back to sleeping. I love to watch you sleep. You look so cute. Nikki, have you any pictures of yourself taken as a baby?
No,
Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to see what you look like.
I'll have one taken in the morning.
Poor Selma. Poor David. Nikki, can you reach the water?
Oh, yes, I suppose so. Here,
Oh, I don't want it. I just wanted to be sure you could reach it.
Nora, will you please go to sleep?
I can't. I keep thinking of Selma down in that jail.
Darling, there's nothing to worry about. Tomorrow they'll find the gun. It won't have been fired, and Selma will be free.
You don't think she did it?
The 10th time, no.
Not just saying that to make me happy. You really mean it?
Yeah, I mean
Of course, you're right. She didn't do it. She couldn't have done it. I don't think I'd kill you if you ran off with another woman.
it. Well, thank you, darling. I suppose that's something to look forward to.
I might though.
Nora, don't be morbid. Go to sleep. What in the name?
Nick, the window.
Keep your head down.
Nick, somebody smashed the window.
No, really.
Look, there's a rock with a note attached to it. Nicky, a note.
Let's see.
What is it, Nick? What does it say?
Oh, silly little woman. I told her to stop writing me.
Oh, darling, please read it.
Mr. Nick Charles, if you want to know something about the murder of Robert Landis, get a line on Phil Burns. The guy Polly says is her brother. He's an ex-con and was married to Polly in Topeka, Kansas 3 years ago.
Married 3 years ago?
What are we supposed to do? Send them an anniversary present? Look at the way this fellow spells Topeka. T-O-P-E-K-E-R.
What's the matter with that?
Nothing, darling. Well, good night.
Oh, Nick, you can't go to sleep now. Philip Abrams.
What, and have him here, keeping us up all night?
Don't you see? That Phil is her husband, and he shot Robert because he found out about him and Polly. Nick, you've got to call him.
Just as you say. Will you hand me the phone?
Oh, isn't it wonderful? Everything's working out beautifully. And all we have to do is find this fellow, Phil Burns, and we've got a murderer. Here, darling, call him, and... Oh, now, who could that be?
Hello?
Hello, Nick? This is Abrams.
Oh, I was just going to call you.
Yeah, well, maybe you ought to get down here. You know that guy, Phil Burns? Polly's brother?
Yeah, what about him?
We traced him to his hotel.
Find him?
Yeah. Somebody else found him first. He's been murdered.
Well, there he is. The way we found him, Nick. Dead for 2 hours at least. Strangled.
Yeah. It looks like he was beaten up a bit before the strangling set in. Any fingerprints?
All over the place. We're checking on them now.
What else did you find?
Nothing much. He had a 38 in his drawers, 6 bullets in it, and a little dough. Oh, yeah, and this key. I guess it's the key to Polly's apartment. It's got her number stamped on it.
Another good guess would be that Selma Landis didn't do this.
Fair enough. But he wasn't killed the way Landis was, either.
Might be a good idea to check the chambers on that 38. He might have fired it and slipped in a new shell.
Okay. Anything else on your mind?
Yes. That key to Polly's apartment. Could I borrow that for an hour?
Sure. Here.
Maybe you better give me a skeleton key, too, just for good measure.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I haven't the faintest idea. It's just a hunch. Call you later.
Okay.
Nick, what did you find in there?
Dead man.
Is that all?
Well, isn't that enough?
Where are we going now?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to visit Polly Burns.
At this time of night, without a chaperone?
Nora, this is purely business.
For me, too. Come on, darling. She's not home. Miss Burns keeps late hours, doesn't she? Where did you get that key?
From Abrams. It was in Phil Burns' pocket.
Oh, it's good you had an answer for that.
All right, go on in and be quiet.
Light switch.
Will you turn it on?
What do you expect to find in here?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, how do I know what to look for?
Well, don't look for anything. Go over there and sit down.
Suppose she comes in. What do we do?
Tell her it's a surprise party.
Anything in the drawer?
Give me a chance.
Nick, what do you suppose people want a hole in the ceiling?
They don't.
Some people do. Look up there.
Where?
Up there. See in the corner? The little hole in the plaster. What could that mean?
Well, it might mean that the ceiling's falling down. Or it might.
What?
What's the number of this apartment?
3D.
I wonder who lives in apartment 4D. Let's go upstairs and find out.
Here it is, 4D. This is right over Polly Burns' apartment.
What's the name on the bell?
Anderson. Say, where do you dig up all these keys?
We're going to visit Mr. Anderson.
Or Miss Anderson. He doesn't say much. Anybody home?
Put on the lights. Let's see. That hole in the ceiling downstairs was right under this corner. If I'm right, these floorboards ought to be loose. Uh-oh.
Oh, I get it. Somebody took this apartment so they could see what went on downstairs.
Exactly.
Look at the hole, Nikki. What do you see? Well?
That's funny.
What is it?
Can't see anything. The hole's been plugged up from the other side.
What the hell?
There's somebody down there now. Somebody who knows about this peephole. Whoever it is plugged it up while we were coming upstairs. You stay here.
No, Nick, it may be the murderer. Nick, wait.
I've got to see who it is.
Oh, listen. Whoever it is just left. I can hear them going downstairs. Nick, let him go.
Nora, we've got to catch him before he gets to the street.
Nick, wait for me. Well, did you see who it was?
No, he went through that door at the end of the hall.
That must go to the cellar.
Wait here and don't move.
Nick, be careful. It's black as pitch down there.
Lay back, darling. Would you like to come on upstairs? see you over there. Come on out, or I'll have to...
Nick, are you all right?
I'm okay. You can come on down.
Can't see. Nicky, did he get you?
No, but I didn't get Head either. He got out through a window over there.
Oh, darling, I was so scared. Where are you? Oh, put your arms around me, darling. Are you sure you're all right? Oh, Nicky, you're bleeding.
What are you talking about? I'm not bleeding.
Nick, where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, well, who's this man over here?
You have just heard Act 2 of After the Thin Man. After we pause briefly, before we present Act 3, we bring you an important message. We pause now for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Jennifer! Jennifer!
Hi, Kara.
Oh, it's Claudia again!
Oh, no. Not her kids. Oh, gosh, don't tell me they started twerking.
Even worse! Her husband, Claude, is leaving her.
Leaving her? But Claude is crazy about Claudia. He'd never break up their happy home.
I tell you, he's leaving her. He's leaving her and going out with the guys.
The guys?
The guys. He's bored just sitting around the house every night and he's leaving her.
What they need is something different. Tell Claudia to bring him to South Baldwin Community Theatre for the rest of the season. Well, there are still one more night of the Radio Theatre Festival, and next week is Song of the South, a hilarious musical. Then in April, Claude can treat the whole family to The Wizard of Oz. And in May, come and enjoy a Shakespeare evening with the Bard. And there's always Summertide Theater with Smoke on the Mountain Homecoming from the University of Alabama in May and June. Then I'm directing the 6th Annual Short Play Festival in July. And the season wraps up at the end of July and August with a double feature. Fantastic Mr. Fox with James and the Giant Pink.
I'm sure Claude and Claudia had no idea there was so much to see at the South Baldwin Community Theatre.
Well, the whole family can get involved and become part of a wonderful theater community.
Oh!
Why are you crying?
Oh, I'm so happy. I think you just saved their marriage. Thank you so much.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank South Baldwin Community Theatre by buying tickets and telling everyone.
And now, the curtain rises on Act 3 of After the Thin Man. In the thick blackness of the cellar, Nora has bumped into a man she thought was Nick. Now she discovers her mistake, and Nick rushes to her side. With quick, tense fingers, he strikes a match. There, in the wavering light, a man stands propped against the wall. As they stare at his gleaming white face, he slumps to the floor at their feet.
Nick!
All right, take it easy.
What's the matter with him? Is he...
Yep, he's been shot. He's dead.
But when was... I've seen that man before.
You know him? Who is he?
Light him up on a match, quick.
Well?
Of course I know him. His name is Pedro Dominguez. He used to be my father's gardener about 6 years ago.
Your father's gardener? Well, that does a lot of good. Now, come on. We'd better call Abrams. What did you find out, Lieutenant?
Was I right about his name?
Yes, you were, Mrs. Charles. Pedro Dominguez. But he wasn't a gardener anymore. He was a janitor in this building. Probably shot 5 hours before you found him. But here's a very funny thing.
Go ahead. We can use a laugh right now.
The telephone company tells us that about 11:30 last night, that'd be about the time he was shot, someone called and asked for information about Nick Charles's number.
Our number? But what would Pedro Dominguez be calling Nick for?
I don't know. Do you, Nick?
I can't imagine. I haven't even heard his name for 6 years.
Did you remember him when you saw his face?
No.
seeing he used to be Mrs. Charles's gardener.
Well, who remembers a gardener unless he squirts a hose at you?
Did you recognize him right away, Mrs. Charles?
I had to look twice. He's a lot grayer than he used to be.
By the way, what did you find out about the person in the apartment over Polly Burns?
Not a thing. Not a fingerprint in the place. Not a stitch of clothes. Only a hunk of lead pipe and a ladder.
A piece of lead pipe and a ladder. Well, that's interesting. Anything in Pedro's books?
No. Just that someone named Anderson took the apartment a week ago. Paid in cash in advance.
Well, that's all, Hum.
That's all. And the name is Anderson. No front name. No Mr., Mrs., Miss.
Well, that's just dandy. You know, I've got a feeling that if we could just find out who took that room, we might have our murderer.
Well, what do you think we ought to do?
Get them all together in the Anderson apartment. Everybody that's mixed up in this. Let's shake them all up and see what happens.
Your own.
Are you going to teach the murder tonight, Nick?
Well, we're going to try.
How are you going to do it, Nicky?
I haven't the slightest idea. I'm just going to listen and pray that someone makes a slip. Just one slip. Lieutenant, did you get them all here?
All set and waiting, Nick. Picked up Dancer in Lum Key at Lai Chi. Holly was with them. Then there was this guy, David Graham. A guy and your wife's cousin, Selma Landis.
Anyone else?
Yeah, a fat dame they called Aunt Catherine. I brought her along just for luck.
Oh, swell.
Oh, say, before you go in, I checked Bill Barnes' apartment. Dancer's fingerprints were all over the joint.
Dancer's? You sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
You haven't told him, have you?
Not yet.
All right, don't.
What's your plan, Nick?
Build a case against each of them, throw all we've got at them, and throw it hard enough to bounce.
I'll make it bounce, all right.
And keep them talking.
Nick, come on, the party's getting going.
Oh, coming. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Will you shut that door, please, Lieutenant?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I called you all down here because we just found that another murder has been committed. He's a man I think you all know, Pedro Dominguez.
Pedro killed?
Yes. What do you know about it, Polly?
Nothing. I only saw him a couple of times when I went down to pay my rent.
What about you, Dancer? You're in and out of his apartment. You must have known him.
Sure, I know him. So what?
You, Lum Key?
I've never been in this house before.
You knew him, Selma. Why no, I don't think you remember Selma. He was our gardener 6 years ago. Oh, David, you remember Pedro Dominguez?
Yes, vaguely. A man with a long white mustache.
What did you know about him, Mr. Graham?
Nothing. That was 6 years ago. I haven't seen him since.
Nicholas, I can't see what possible connection this can have with us.
Well, it's very simple, Aunt Catherine. You see, Pedro and Robert were both shot with the same gun. Now, there was some monkey business going on that we want to find out about. Seems that 1 week ago, Pedro rented an apartment to someone calling himself, or herself, Anderson. Did you ever see this Anderson, Polly?
No.
Did you ever hear anyone in the apartment just over you?
No.
I thought not. This Anderson intended to climb down into your apartment one night with the aid of a ladder and polish off Robert with this lead pipe. Then he was going to climb up to his place again and leave you holding the bag for Robert's murder. Now, do you know anyone who would be interested enough in you to do that?
Wyatt, no.
You're Dancer's girl, aren't
I
you?
work for him.
That's not what he asked you.
Well,
Did Dancer ever know you were going away with Robert?
what?
Come on. You told us before.
You said you'd keep that a secret. I'll never trust a cop again.
Hey, if you made a dicker with the cops, okay, Polly. But that ladder stuff's a lot of malarkey, Nick. No one did come down that ladder, and Landis wasn't killed in her place.
Well, the only reason the murderer didn't kill him that way was because he was found out. Pedro came in yesterday to clean up Anderson's apartment and discovered the loose boards on the floor. He didn't like the look of things, so he put a new lock on the door. When Anderson came in, he found he was locked out. He heard Pedro telephoning me, and he killed him.
So what?
So, who is Anderson?
All right. Who?
Polly still had a key to your apartment, and Dancer had one.
Yeah?
Who else?
Nobody.
Hey, he's trying to hang a murder rap on us to protect his own family. That Selma dame, she knocked up her husband, and everybody knows that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, then you got your boyfriend David to throw the gun away.
That's a lie.
Now, wait a minute. Look, please. Dancer, let's come clean. You and Polly and Lum Key were out to shake Robert Landis down for 25 grand, right?
Oh, sure. Then I suppose I knocked him off and stir up all this fuss before I get to dough. What kind of a stumble bum does that make me out to be?
You're the kind of stumble bum that left your fingerprints all over the room when you killed Phil Barnes.
Phil's dead?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Then why did you go to his place?
Because I thought he gummed up my game. I figured he had tried to stick up Landis and had to kill him. So I pushed him around a little bit to learn him some manners. And when I left him, he had a split lip and a couple of dents in him, but he was just as alive as you and me, if that means anything.
Polly, who knew Phil was your husband?
What?
You were married, weren't you?
Yeah, but...
So Phil was your husband then?
As if you didn't know.
Well, I never did it now, but I wish I had, Polly.
Did you ever tell anyone else that you were married, Polly?
No.
Would Phil have told?
No.
Did you and Phil talk about it?
Yeah, one night last week, but no one could have heard. We were alone down in my room.
Alone? Don't forget, Anderson could hear everything that went on in your room. Lieutenant, when was Phil Burns killed?
Oh, about 2, near as I can figure.
At 3:30, Anderson threw this note in at my window. He was beginning to use some of the information he had gathered while he was up here. Dancer, how do you spell Topeka?
None of your business.
This note is a poor attempt at illiteracy. The easy words spelled wrong and the tough ones right. Like to see it lunky? Thought not. It was meant just to steer me down to Phil's place to find his body and your fingerprints, Dancer. Someone's framing you.
Yeah.
You say you don't know this Pedro Lumkey?
No.
Well, I've got a picture of him right here. This picture was taken about 6 years ago. When?
Nick, what is it?
Nothing. Except all this time I've been waiting for someone to make a slip. And someone made it.
Who?
We've been wrong. This wasn't a killing for money. It was a murder of hatred, of revenge. Polly, what did Phil go to the pen for?
Blackmail.
Blackmail. David, when were you supposed to give Robert the money to go away?
This morning.
In cash?
Yes.
But when he decided to go last night, you had to give him bonds.
Yes.
Were we going to get cash on New Year's Day, a bank holiday?
Funny, I forgot about that.
No, you didn't, David. You never meant to give Robert that money. You didn't want him to go away. You wanted to kill him. You were going to get even with him for taking Selma away from you.
Nora, is he fooling?
Sure. You were fooling when you said that you hadn't seen Pedro for 6 years. You said Pedro had long white mustaches. Well, he's got long white mustaches now, but look at this picture. There he is, 6 years ago. His mustache was neither white nor long. You didn't notice him 6 years ago any more than I did. You remember him as he was last night, when you shot him. You killed him, and then you killed Robert. Phil saw you do it. He was going to blackmail you, so you had to kill him too. Then you threw that note in my window, hoping to put me off the trail.
David, don't let him say these terrible things. Tell him it isn't true.
Ask him why he threw away your gun, Selma. He knew it hadn't been fired. He knew you only had to show it to prove your innocence, yet he threw it away. Ask him why he did that.
David, why don't you speak?
Wasn't it because you hated her as much as Robert? Wasn't it because you wanted to get even with her, too? Wasn't it because you wanted to see her hanged for Swallott's murder?
David!
Tell her the truth now, David. You don't have to pretend anymore.
That is the truth! I hated you, Selma and Robert, ever since you threw me over for him. I've been watching, waiting for the time when I could get even with you for having ruined my life. I did kill Robert, but not the way I wanted to. It was too easy, too quick. I wanted to see him suffer the way he made me suffer. And you, I wanted to see you go gradually madder and madder as the day came when you were going to hang. Well, I'm not going to see you hang, but I'm still going to see you die!
Put down that gun, Graham.
Don't be a fool, David.
Get out of the way!
Wait, David.
I've got 6 bullets. One for her, one for myself, and the rest for anyone who tries to stop me. Get out of my way, Charles! Get out of my way!
I'll get him!
Okay, Graham, I'll take that gun now.
Nice work, Lumkey.
Charles sent him up. #1 detective. I've never liked my brother. I like his girl. I'm your friend. Oh, you bet.
Well, tired, darling?
Not very.
Can you believe it? We're alone. No reporters, no friends, no surprises.
I suppose we really should decide where we're going.
Do you care?
No, but I haven't any clothes.
Oh, the better. You won't have to pack. All I need in the world is you and a toothbrush. Say, what's that you're doing?
I'm knitting something.
Oh, well, you haven't gotten very far with it.
Yes, I have. There, it's done.
Done? Oh, why, it's so small it didn't... Say, that looks like a baby sock.
And you call yourself a detective.
Why, Mrs. Charles.
On that happy note, we draw the curtain on After the Thin Man. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Flakes, join me in inviting you to be with us again tomorrow when the Lux Radio Theatre and SBCT present that delightful screwball comedy, My Man Godfrey. Good night.